Sometimes I wonder if those who watch these videos think that I force conversations in the gym to happen, or I bring up subjects, provocative subjects, so that I can have a video to make. And that's just not true. I go about my business in the gym. I don't bother anyone else. They don't bother me. But once in a while, conversations come up. And when people find out I'm a Christian, it usually goes one of two ways. Either, oh, that's cool, or, I'm hateful, I'm intolerant, and I'm homophobic and transphobic and anti-immigrant. They just go on and on and on, which I objectively understand. I do. I'd be disingenuous for me to say, well, I don't understand why they think that, because there are enough people out there under the banner of Christianity who are like that. And I've made many videos about the difference between Americanized Christianity and biblical Christianity. These are two different animals. But in this last conversation, one of the hot topics came up, what do I think about transgenderism and so forth. The context of the conversation isn't the point of this video. I was transported back in the midst of this conversation to my very young days in Oceanside, California. At the bottom of our hill from our house was Food Mart. Food Mart was owned and operated by Lucy. I could never tell whether Lucy was a male or a female. I would ask my mom, is Lucy a man or a woman? And she didn't know either. I found out years later that Lucy was a man who wanted to be a female. Didn't think much about it. I'd buy milk and bread a couple times a week, a candy bar here and there. We had conversations. She was pleasant. I was pleasant. There was no animosity. It was basically live and let live. Unless you want to be a male who acts like a female, be my guest. You want to be a giraffe? Be a giraffe. I don't care. But the difference between then and now is that ideology, I'm compelled now to believe it, support it, and if I don't, I'm hateful, or I'm anti, or I'm homophobic, whatever, transphobic. And that's simply not true. You want to live differently than your biological gender? Knock yourself out. But you can't compel me to believe that your reality is real. You can't compel me to believe that, no more than you would allow me to compel you to believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ. In the same way, you wouldn't allow me to tell your 7-year-old, listen, Jesus is real, the gospel is real, and if you don't accept it, you're in trouble. You would never allow that to happen to your 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old, 10, 11, 12-year-old. But somehow it's okay for you to do that with my children and my grandchildren. Why? It goes back to this concept that it's absolutely a Marxist Orwellian concept, which is I can determine what true is, and you have to believe what true is. I can't make you believe in the gospel. I don't try to compel people to believe in the gospel. I simply share what God has done in my life, and if they want to hear more, I tell more. But I don't make you a bad person because you don't agree with me. And that's the difference. Lucy and I got along until the day she passed away. There was never any animosity, ever. She never tried to convince me of her position. I never tried to convince her of my position, although I do believe that we had differences of opinion. I just wonder sometimes if we're able to get to a place where we stop trying to compel each other in terms of belief, focus more on behavior, love one another. Anyway, something to think about.